for you.
I'm not sick. Sounds good. Sounds good. I like it.
Good?
Yeah.
Sound good?
Yep.
Sound real good?
It's not doing that thing like
Okay.
before.
Should I go full theme or just the intro?
Intro.
Welcome, everybody, to Should We Get Married with your host, Sandwich and Pickle.
Which one am I?
You're Pickle.
Okay, good. I thought so.
Okay, you like the pickle?
Yeah.
Okay,
Pickle's
that's
way
good.
better.
We're in a new place. We're in my office.
Yeah.
Are you going to acknowledge my intro, though?
I'm processing it in my head. It was very calm, cool, collect.
Was it too calm? Should I go back to the excited one?
You were monotone. You were like, hey, everyone, welcome. It's me, Kyle. Pickle. Whatever. Sandwich?
What? Hey, everyone, it's me, Kyle. I mean, Pickle. I mean, Sandwich.
That's exactly how it went.
Yeah.
I liked it. There was a lot less clapping.
What was that?
I'm done with the clapping. It's 2021. No more clapping.
You don't like clapping? That's your one takeaway? There was a lot less clapping.
And a lot of yelling.
That's your takeaway, though.
You know what? I like all your intros. They all sound good to me.
You don't have to agree with me because I'm arguing about it.
I don't like the clapping.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Can you tell me why?
No, it's just a preference.
You okay?
Yeah, I got something in my throat.
Hey, we're on YouTube, everybody. Hello.
Hi.
We're in my office.
Hey.
We're sitting on the floor.
And this is a bonus episode.
It's an episode. I don't know if it's a bonus.
It's a bonus because we record every other week, and this is the sandwich week. I just got something in my throat.
That's all right. Clear it out. That was a heavy clear. That was the kind of throat.
I'm gonna need some water.
That was the kind of throat clear where you're a little embarrassed after.
I'm not embarrassed at all.
Okay. Are you gonna go get some water?
Yep.
Okay, I'll keep the folks entertained. Oh, you have water here. Well, that's pretty convenient. So, hey, this is a podcast about relationships. It's about our relationship. It's about relationships in general. We talk about relationships. The word relationship doesn't get brought up much more than how many times I'm saying relationship right now. We ask the question, should we get married? Should anyone get married? We are not married. And we talk about, should we get married? And should we do things? And what is a healthy relationship? And all that good stuff. We are traveling the cosmos of relationships, if you will. Traveling through the cosmos of relationships.
Yes.
Welcome to YouTube. I hope you're here on YouTube because
Yes.
I want to see your faces and you want to see my faces. I'm getting into the fucking hosty thing
It's
again.
been quite a journey in the cosmos.
Yes, quite a journey in the cosmos.
We're making our way back around the sun, and we are going to connect peacefully and calmly into each other's souls.
Into each other's souls.
Yes.
That was a nice little hard hit
Yes.
right at the end. Because it was a calm,
It's
peace,
true.
NPR style, and then you pierce the soul right at the end there.
Yeah, you like that.
That was good. And that's why they call you Pickle.
Dill or sweet?
Whatever you want.
Well,
You're a pickle. You can swing either way at any
the right
at any
thing
time.
would have been to say, well, you're a sweet pickle, honey.
Oh. Well, I fucked up. I messed up. I messed it all up.
Hey, I'm wearing my favorite Billy sweatshirt since it's a new year, and we're going to talk about goals and shit today because the back says, commit, fucker. Don't be a lazy cunt. And it's my favorite sweatshirt in the whole world.
I love that sweatshirt. I love that company, Billy.
Yeah, and there's a nice little middle finger on the front.
Yeah. It's kind of
Can't wear it to work.
that hoodie that you're wearing right now it dances that fine line really well of fuck you and also fun and playful and warmth at the same time.
Yeah.
Because it's so over the top that it's like, oh, that person's probably pretty cool.
Like in your face honesty.
Yeah.
and don't care if you're being offended, but like also do the thing.
This reminds me of a moment when I was looking for. I think my mom and dad were shopping for cars, and I was there shopping for cars with them. And this guy walks in with a mohawk,
Oh,
and my dad like goes, and this is in the '90s, and mohawks have been around, but the '90s, not everybody was like, it wasn't really okay to like dress and be yourself as much as it is now.
you had a mohawk at that time. You were a punk.
Yeah, you still stick out.
You were on the outskirts of society.
You still stick out now, but in the '90s, you stuck out way more. Anyways, my
Yeah.
dad mumbled something under his breath, and he's like, huh, some weirdo.
Jag off.
But then he goes, huh, he probably thinks the same thing about me.
Oh, nice turn.
And literally, I can't tell you, that was a lifelong lesson that I use to today. Seriously,
Oh,
that little thing that happened, it was like 30 seconds of a moment.
So he reacted and then corrected, like level set it.
It wasn't a correction. It was just like an awareness.
Right.
And
That's fantastic.
Yeah, it was amazing.
I didn't expect you to say that. I thought you were just going to go full judgment, and then I was going to respond and say, my dad loved weird shit like that. He loved when people like had mohawks or
Oh, wow.
like crazy colored hair and piercings and tattoos and stuff. I don't know why. Maybe I'm remembering that being more intense than it was. So we always felt like we could do what we wanted, but we never did. Really,
These mics are sounding better now, right?
They sound so good.
You're a little too close to the mic, though.
Oh, okay.
All right. Okay. I just want to let you know that you were
How's
too
this?
close.
How's this?
Your mic's still too close.
Okay, how's this? I feel like I have to yell.
It's fine. Whatever you want to do. It's fine. It's your life, Pickle.
Okay.
It's your life.
Ah, hot dog.
See, I'm a wild card, and can I just I got to acknowledge this hot dog knee slap you just did.
Okay.
You don't say, hot dog, and slap your knee. That's not how you use hot dog.
Okay, how do you use that?
Hot dog it's a phrase, it's a term, it's a word of pure joy and exclamation, but you say it like this: hot dog. Something great happens and you go, hot dog, like that.
Can't get comfortable.
You don't go, hot dog, and knee slap. You did it wrong.
Here's what happened. I went in for a knee slap. I missed, and I felt really dumb about my knee slap. So
We're on camera now.
Doubled down on the knee slap and redid it and added a little pizzazzy phrase to it.
I think you made it worse by explaining it myself.
That's what always happens.
And that's why they call you Pickle. And
We've been talking a lot lately about mansplaining stuff.
Yeah.
And like when I go into something, you'll ask what's the difference between that and mansplaining? You keep explaining things to me.
Yeah.
But that's just human nature, is to explain shit.
Women mansplain. I don't know why we're calling it mansplaining. I don't know why men get the bad rap for over explaining things.
I think historically, men
Oh boy, here we go.
assume that a female doesn't know what she's talking about and over explains when she's like, yeah, I got it.
Well, listen, I got to be honest. When you call a Phillips head screwdriver a plus sign,
Okay. I don't do that anymore.
It's got to be explained. And then, of course, when it's explained, you're mansplaining. And really what you're doing is you're just telling somebody some facts because they don't know and you mean well.
I can't ever. What's the -1 called?
Jesus. It's called a flathead.
I guess that makes sense.
Phillips head, flathead.
Why, though? Why is it called a Phillips?
I don't know. Why?
And how am I supposed to make that connection and memorize it? I don't know.
You just have to hear it one time, really.
I just can see it and I recognize what it is.
Yeah, but when
There's no name.
When you say, "Hey, hand me the flathead," hand me the plus sign. What are we? Where's the Are we doing math?
It's a universal symbol for what it looks like.
Hey, hand me the flat line. It just doesn't.
Flat line makes sense because it's a flat
No.
line.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. You're wrong. All of this is wrong. It's just factually incorrect.
That's all right.
what
I'm
you're
okay
doing.
being wrong. I go with the flow.
I'm cool being wrong too, and that's why they call you Pickle.
It's 2021, baby.
2021. Happy New Year.
New you.
Hey, Happy New Year. 1, 2, 3.
Happy New Year. How about when people say New Year's?
Yeah, how do you
Happy New Year's.
they pluralize.
Is it more than
a
1
singular
year
thing?
that's happening?
Yeah. Or are you? Is it?
Oh,
Is
you
it
went
a couple
full,
of years that you're living in now?
You went full make fun. You went full over the top.
Or you say New Year's? Is your life a joke?
Don't look at me like that with that face.
Oh man.
Happy New Year's.
Hey, I hope you're on YouTube. I hope you subscribe to YouTube because, we're trying to build an empire here. It's
Empire?
Yeah, so I call it a small scrappy community,
Yeah.
and it's really a lot smaller than that.
Well, our little hiatus, I think we
Yeah.
we have to re-engage the people.
We messed up, and we'll get into some of that in this episode. We're doing a New Year's episode right now, and it's going to be like our Christmas episode where there's not a lot of Christmas in it,
Yeah.
and we just kind of ramble on.
Hell, no
About
way,
stuff.
man. I did my homework. I got so many goals.
You did homework. Great.
Also,
And you know what? That's why they call you Pickle.
okay.
That's why.
God, we're not gonna.
Hey, why do they call me Sandwich?
I got nothing funny.
All right. And that's why they call you Pickle.
Okay.
Okay. Did I cross the line on that last pickle joke?
No.
Okay.
My
Did you get
brain
me
is
water?
not- my brain isn't working. Here, you can have some of my water.
Thank you.
It's really starting to set in that I've had no sugar. Okay.
It's good water.
I know. It's really starting to set in. I'm starting to get a headache, and my brain isn't functioning right because I'm going full health mode today.
I've had a headache all day today until right now.
Congratulations. You just one-upped me with your headache when I was talking about my headache.
How do you feel about one-ups?
It's fun if you have a second one-up.
Really?
I'll see your headache, and I'll raise you.
Yeah. I don't have a headache, though.
You just said you've had a headache all day.
Until now. I just said I had a headache all day until now.
What made it go away?
I don't know. I think what happened was I was walking past a mirror and I looked at myself. I was like, how can you possibly be more handsome?
You are
and
so
then my
cocky.
headache went away.
You're so cocky.
I'm cocky when I need to be,
Still cocky.
and I'm humble.
Someone who goes around saying how humble they are is not humble.
You're right. Okay, so, oh man, I forgot what I was going to say just now. And that's why they
just
call me
immediate?
Sandwich.
Just immediately? Holy shit.
What happened there is I had 14 different thoughts at once, and then they all went away to nothing.
Remember how you used to always say it bottles your mind?
Yeah. Oh,
Do you still think that's okay?
honey, we've addressed this.
Have
and
we?
You're digging yourself a hole.
It's boggles.
I know it's
So-
boggles. I know it's boggles. You know what bottles my mind comes from? It comes from the movie Anchorman.
Oh, shit.
This is mind bottling.
That sounded just like him.
Okay, so will you not bring it up anymore?
Hey, can we tell our story about what happened at midnight on New Year's Eve?
Yes.
Are you still resentful? Are you feeling resentful?
Here's what I have to say. Can I just start the story off
Go
with
ahead.
Salem's going back to the pound for sure.
Okay.
I've been kidding about it this whole time. And now for sure he's going back to the pound.
Okay.
100%.
Kyle's holding a mild resentment against our dog Salem, who's the sweetest boy in all of the lands and the goodest man. And I don't blame him, but he couldn't help himself. So here's what happened. We're watching Phantom Thread, our 30th movie of our 30 days of watching Christmas
We
movies.
did it. We pulled it off.
And by the way, we did it. Phantom Thread, not a Christmas movie, but it is a New Year's movie.
There's Christmas in it.
Movie.
There's Christmas in it, though.
Oh, Okay, so like one panning scene where there's like what are those red plants called?
Um,
Philanthropia. What's a philanthropia?
I don't know. The garland, garter.
Anyway, yeah, I had some of that shit in one scene.
Well, so okay. Well, Wonder Woman had one Christmas scene in it.
Yeah, we started to stretch it by the end because after about 20 movies, it was getting a little old. And then we were past Christmas and we still had a whole week to go. So we were like, let's do a little, movie, Christmas adjacent movies.
Christmas adjacent. If there's any Christmas in it, it counts.
Yes. And then New Year's Eve, we were like, fuck it. It's our last night. It's literally New Year's Eve. We're going to watch a New Year's Eve movie. Turned out to be the best goddamn movie ever. Okay, we gave it a 10 out of 10.
Hey,
and somehow,
yeah.
the New Year's Eve countdown in the movie lined up with actual New Year's Eve countdown in real life.
It was a magical moment. It was a magical night. And that movie's incredible. It's a masterpiece. It's so incredibly, unbelievably well made and well acted.
I want to watch it again.
I can't believe how incredible it is. Daniel Day-Lewis is the best actor ever to ever live.
Did you hear that was his proclaimed last movie before retiring?
Yeah, but he's retired before.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if he was serious. I bet you if Paul Thomas Anderson made another movie, he could probably talk him into it. He could probably get talked into making another movie. If something felt good, if something came across and felt right to him, he'll make another movie. But yes, I did know that. Yeah.
You want to end on a good note, and that was a fairly wonderful note to end on if he wants. But so at just before midnight, paused the movie, and I said, Kyle, let's go out on the balcony. Come on. We have this balcony in our master bedroom in our new house, and it's got a water view of what is that, Puget Sound?
It's of the Puget's sounds.
The Pugets. And you can see the islands, like Whidbey and Hat Island. So we go out there, and we can see, like, as far as we can see fireworks happening.
Yeah.
We've never experienced that here before. We were
It's
just
incredible.
in awe over it. We did our midnight kiss. We were having such a special moment, embracing each other, standing in our new house, which we're so grateful to have, watching these fireworks. Holy shit. And Kyle turns his head.
Hang on a second. I want to sit in this moment for a little longer.
Okay.
It was one of the best moments of my life.
Really?
Yes. I felt like the rest of my life, I felt like a lifetime within that 20 seconds with you. That moment,
Ooh.
it was so incredible.
Oh God.
Waterworks coming?
Yeah. Here they come.
It was unbelievably good. And it was a confluence of events. We're getting our house together. I'm making some moves, some shakes and moves with my career that feel really good. I also have, a lot more to do there, but that feels really good, what's going on now. And I bought a new truck.
Yeah.
Like, things kind of like...
It was a good day.
And I had really bad buyer's remorse the night I bought the truck.
Yes.
And you turn to me and you go, Kyle, you've been driving a piece of shit car ever since I've known you. You deserve this.
For like 10 years.
And then that was like the moment where I was like, oh, hell yeah, I got a sweet new truck. And I feel really good about it. So anyways, it was all of that, and that's all stuff and everything, but I really connected with you, and that's the most important bit of all this.
Right.
Is it was like a magical relationship moment that felt like forever, and I could have lived in that moment forever and ever. And it was 20 seconds long, because what happened next?
Well, hang on a sec.
Okay.
I need a tissue.
We don't have any tissues here. Here's this.
That's a tag.
From my chair.
It's uncomfortable. It's very tough.
All right. What happened next, Kylie?
Hang
on a second. What happened next, Pickle?
We we were in
Hey, Pickle.
yes.
What happened next?
We were embracing, and Kyle looks over, and with his most appalling and stern voice I've ever heard, he goes, Salem!
Whoa. Oh, my God.
That's what it sounded like.
Okay.
Maybe it's because we were embracing so close, but you're like, Salem! And he was taking a piss right in our bedroom.
Right in our bedroom.
Which,
right there, just taking. And Salem's a boy dog, but he pees like a girl dog. So he's sitting there doing the girl squat pee, just like looking at us.
and you must have heard the pee, but what had happened is like
I heard the pee. That's what happened. Yeah.
he's a fully trained 11-year-old dog.
Yep.
And he's terrified of fireworks like so many dogs.
Yeah.
So he made his way out to the balcony with us and then did a U-turn and went right back inside. And
Yeah.
I think he probably had to pee, and also the fireworks scared the literal piss out of him.
Yeah, and I think he's getting older to where his bladder, he doesn't hold the pee for long.
That's
As
correct. His bladder's starting to go. And then
Yeah.
you know, once a pet is in the middle of a thing and you start to try and stop them and scold them, they run off, but he's still pissing. So there's just this line of pee like all the way out and down the stairs.
Yeah, and it's like swirling on the carpet. So after that 20 seconds of pure harmony and pure bliss, it was holy shit, my dog's peeing on the carpet, and he's a grown man, and he's peeing on our carpet. And now I have to clean it up, so it's like go mode, let him outside, get the paper towels, get the cleaning supplies. Now I'm cleaning for 20 minutes.
Right.
And the whole time fireworks are going off, and I'm like, I want to see the fireworks off of our balcony. And I'm just scrubbing and cleaning and scrubbing and cleaning, and we're picking up the rug and throwing it in the washer and dryer the whole time.
Yeah, we're in clean mode.
And I'm just hating my dog so much, hating him.
And he is also still terrified, by the way.
Yeah,
It's like,
he's freaking out, full freak out mode. And then the fireworks end, and we get done cleaning at about the same time, and there goes that moment.
It was like
it was gone.
full-blown 4th of July for like 3 to 5 minutes while we're just scrubbing. Just like, oh, I bet those are real beautiful. Can't see them.
So I think me and Salem are cool now. We made up. I still have a little bit of resentment because he's been super annoying lately. I think he's just getting used to the house. I think he's just kind of, growing into the house and getting used to how our daily workflow is here. And he's getting used to the yard and the outside and the Amazon deliveries and this and that here. And we made up. We're cool. We talked it out. And it's good. And that's why they call me Sandwich.
Because you come back around.
Because I come back around.
And you're full of mayo.
And I'm well made.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's good.
It was good, right?
You are well made.
Okay.
And you taste delicious.
And so, yeah, me and Salem are cool, but I think he's getting old. He's 11, and dogs, he's a lab blue heeler mix, and maybe 15 years out of his lifespan. So we'll see what happens next, but it's going to be a rough one. We're kind of, it's when you raise a dog, let me mansplain this, if you will.
Okay.
When you raise a dog, it's like a year to year and a half of getting this thing trained, getting this dog to be appropriately to manage life appropriately as a dog and within the paradigm of the family, and everything is kind of good. And then you become really great friends with this dog over the next however many years. And then now we're kind of at the other end of the mountain where it might start going downhill, if you will. And my dad's dog, Lukey, he got him around the same time I got Salem. And Lukey's having a really hard time, has congestive heart failure stuff going on.
Yes.
And so it's just kind of a bummer when you have a pet. But you know what I'm really excited about is how these cats are going to live forever.
Oh, God. It's just bad news after bad news for you. For both of us.
But anyways, that was our New Year's Eve night, and it was wonderful. It was so potently wonderful for 20 seconds and then completely ruined by a disaster.
Yeah, but while we were scrubbing that up, I was like, it's going to make a good story once we're over it.
It's not a bad story.
Yeah.
But I am serious. I am going to take Salem back to the pound.
Mm,
I got him from the pound. I rescued him.
yeah.
And I'm just going to return him.
I don't think they'd take
I
him
kept
back.
my receipts.
Mm.
I kept them.
Oh, good. Okay.
I'll get a full refund.
Oh, yeah.
I'll make sure it
How
happens.
much did you pay for him?
I think $40.
Okay. He's worth more than 40.
I don't know.
He's worth at least 74.
If I get half of that, I'll be happy. If they give me a $20 offer, I'll take it.
I'm uncomfortable.
You're gonna have to say we're just kidding, aren't you?
No.
No.
You've been getting so annoyed lately when I say just kidding. Some people need to hear the just kidding.
Those people I don't want to be friends with.
You are friends with them.
Am I?
Yeah.
Oh. Who?
Just, some people
Can you name them?
No.
They need to hear just kidding, really.
Yeah.
I don't have any friends that need to hear just kidding.
Some people just need to say the just kidding to make just because it's a little too sharp. Because the sharper the joke, I don't know.
You're a big fan of comedy.
Yeah.
I don't understand what's happening here. I don't get it. What are you doing?
Why is it so bad once in a while to say, I'm just kidding?
Because it takes the power out of the joke.
Okay. I vow to, sometimes when you're joking, I
Let
think
somebody
people
be
don't know.
uncomfortable. Let them be uncomfortable.
But then aren't you uncomfortable?
Sometimes, yeah.
And you like it?
Not all the time. No.
I think you like to be uncomfortable.
It depends. It depends on the mood.
I think what is the word? You thrive off of being uncomfortable.
You know what was happening the other night was we had some friends over. COVID safe situation, everybody. COVID safe. We had our friends over and it was a blast. And we played some board games. COVID safe, everybody.
Okay.
I just want to let everybody know, just in case Twitter gets their panties in the bunch.
We masked up Twitter. We are not on Twitter.
I don't know. You say one thing and your whole life is ruined these days.
Yeah.
So anyways.
We don't have a lot to lose here.
COVID safe, everybody. We're wearing our mask over our noses. And it's under the chin and all that
Except we
stuff.
don't wear masks when our closest friends come over.
We didn't wear masks.
Deal with it.
Anyways, I was showing my friends the house and the stuff that I've done and the stuff that I've bought and the stuff that I have. And I was showing off all the things that I've managed to scrape together up in my life up until now, this moment, which is this house, living with you, and the things we're doing with it, and this amazing office that I painted matte black.
Yeah.
On your recommendation, by the way.
Right.
And I love it.
I know.
I love this office so much.
Switch you. I love it too.
Your office is great. You went another direction, and listen, babe.
Complete opposite. Mine's white and bright, and yours is black and dark.
And listen, babe. I've been putting together offices.
Okay.
For a long time.
Yeah. This is my first office.
I know what I'm doing.
I didn't have my own space at the old house. You want to go through that again?
What?
Which part? Okay.
I don't understand
the other night I said
what you were joking about.
Several sentences to you.
Mm.
And you go, what? And I said, which fucking part? Which part what?
When I say what, I don't understand why you said it that way. It doesn't make sense to me. It didn't work. It didn't compute.
No.
Can I get back to the office?
What's happening was you're looking at your phone or you tuned out.
No.
And then you go, what? When it's not a time to say what. It's not the time to say what. I didn't ask you. I didn't, And that's why they call you Sandwich.
Okay. So the offices.
Yeah.
Where was I?
We should just knock down this wall in between the two offices and share one big office.
What was I talking about with the offices?
You painted. Oh, you were showing your friends your office.
Oh, I was showing off everything, And this office is incredible, by the way. I can't really put it into words how amazing this office is. It's unbelievable. If you're on YouTube, you're catching a little bit of it. But really the
One
other
corner.
side, the other side of this office is, wow, you know? How could somebody be so good at putting an office together? Anyways, I was talking to my friends, and then I had this moment where I started to get uncomfortable because I was showing them all my stuff.
Yep. I know what you mean.
And I felt like I'm an only child. Okay, it might explain a
He
lot.
doesn't
I
like
don't
to
know.
share food.
I grew up really selfish. I grew up really bratty.
So did I. Both of those. I have a sister.
Yeah, but I'm more me because I'm an only child.
Yeah, that's true.
Okay, if I may. And
Case in point.
I had a moment where I told them, I was like, guys, I'm telling you all this stuff, but I feel like a jackass. I feel like I'm just an only child showing off my toys that you can't play with. I had this moment where I was embarrassed, and then they calmed me down. They were like, it's cool, Kyle. All your stuff's really incredible, and you're an amazing human being, and I wish I was you.
Whoa.
And I was like, yeah, you're right.
Wow, that happened exactly like that?
I mean, you know, more or less.
Word for word?
More or less. Did you just...
Okay.
I went in for a water drink, and you stole the
All right,
water
look.
from me.
Okay, so I have to drink 5 of these today. 5 full of these. 5 full of them?
Haven't you checked those off the list?
Yeah, but you're drinking part of this, so I don't know how many to check off.
I hate that you're counting your water intake. Just drink more water. Why do you need to count it?
Because I don't want to drink
This
more than I have to, and I don't want to
guaranteed-
not drink enough.
guaranteed you're going to stop counting in 3 days, tops.
'Cause you said that, never going to stop counting.
I fucking dare you to keep counting water drinks.
You're just opposite, you're just doing a mind fuck on me.
Listen, I'm sandwich, you're pickle, and this is what I do.
This is my water. Speaking of drinking a lot of water,
Yeah.
let's talk about resolutions and shit.
Well, I want to talk about our friends really quick.
Okay.
We have amazing friends, and I needed to laugh, and I didn't know I needed to laugh.
That is always the case.
And I needed some hugs,
Oh,
and I didn't know I needed some hugs.
hugs not from me?
Yes.
Yeah.
Here's the thing is this world we live in right now is not conducive to our mental health.
Agree.
We are killing ourselves by not being around each other.
I agree.
Literally, people are killing themselves, and it's just a detriment to our mental health and our well-being.
The more and more we're inside, the less and less I desire to leave my house. And then it hits me a few days later, and I'm like, fuck. I just want to be outdoors and like do activities and have fun and see people.
Do you have those moments where you're like, I'm going to hit the store, and then you get like almost out the door and you're like, I don't really need anything, so I don't really need to go.
Every time I go to the store.
Right? There's like this, what do they call it? A where you're inside. It's arachnophobia.
No, that's spiders.
it. No, that's
It is an
inside.
A though. I forget. I know I have a friend whose mom had it.
So that's a smidge of it. When you're used to the thing so
Fear
much.
of going outside. What is it?
Hey Google, what's fear of going outside?
Agoraphobia.
Agoraphobia. Hey Google, shut up.
Shut your mouth.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
it's a smidge of it. It's a sliver of agoraphobia, but it's like, anyways, back to the thing is,
You needed some hugs.
our friends are really safe. We're really safe. We communicate about the COVID situation, and we talk about it. And we have one nurse in training, one nurse.
Yep.
In this friend group, and we get into the safety of it, and we talk about it, and we all made a decision to hang out, and it was great. It was amazing. It couldn't have been better.
And it sounds like we're all gonna get vaccinated.
What? You mean the human race or what?
No, all 6 of us.
Oh, yeah. Well, of course I'm going to get. Why wouldn't you get vaccinated for COVID-19?
Lots of people aren't.
That's silly, silly business.
Yeah, but like, it's everyone's decision, and
It's a
people are
stupid
deciding
decision.
not to.
It's a dumb
For
decision not
whatever
to get
reason.
vaccinated.
I know.
Just check it off the list.
I guess
what the fuck?
don't get vaccine for anything else while you're at it. Maybe?
Here's where it would be a problem, is if we all turn into zombies afterwards.
That would suck.
Like, in the movies.
Oh, in the movies? You mean in the movies, Kyle? I didn't realize that's what you meant.
Okay. Well, you get the vaccination because you're a first responder, search and rescue volunteer.
Yeah, emergency worker.
Okay, emergency worker, and then the nurses get.
Yep.
They're the front line, so they get like first dibsies, and then the rest of us are just kind of waiting in line.
Yeah, I haven't fully been researching it or even paying attention a ton to the whole rollout of it, but I've heard a few or I've read a few articles, and I'm wondering if they're going to roll it out like elderly first, children and elderly first, and then like down the line somehow, but I don't know.
Yeah, just checking off the list is how I feel about it. I don't even politicize it. It's like, this thing is happening. I want to get back to watching movies in the movie theater, for fuck's sake. So I'm gonna go get a vaccine. That's literally what it takes for me to go. Yeah, I'll do it.
Mm-hmm.
And also, vaccinations aren't what we always hear about the anti-vaxxers and stuff. Those people are idiots. They're dumbasses. Why are you afraid to say that? It's so stupid.
I'm not afraid to say that. Yeah, I think vaccines exist for a reason, and some of them were required to get even as babies, as newborns, and so why would this one be any different?
Yeah, and I get being concerned about things, but it's not here. This is not the place to go. I don't know.
There's concern of being pregnant and getting it, because there's no studies, there's no results yet to see if that has any effects.
I will say that, I'm mostly half kidding about all this. I do. No, I'm not kidding. I'm not kidding.
That's fine. I agree.
I'm like
get the fucking vaccine, dude.
I'm going with the self-edit because we're like on a podcast and we're public, but I don't understand. It doesn't make sense. It's not logical. It's a conspiracy, silly nonsense, viral Facebook video, QAnon, stupid stuff that gets you into these mindsets and gets you into this like tunnel vision of people are against me, and there's actually bad things that happen when we take vaccines, and they affect this and they affect that, but none of it's true.
Well, none of it's as bad as getting COVID and having long-term effects from that.
Listen, there's anomalies to everything. There's a percentage of something that goes bad with just about everything. That doesn't mean that it's a conspiracy or something's out to get you or this thing is causing mass havoc on our children or,
It is kind of funny that like people will smoke cigarettes,
right?
Drink alcohol, which is fucking basically poison. It literally makes you intoxicated.
From what I remember, it was delicious poison.
Yeah, well, of course.
Yeah.
As is fast food and chips and all of that shit that is literally killing people.
Yeah.
Slowly just killing you. Any kind of processed food.
Yeah.
And then they're like, oh, well, I don't know what I'm putting in my body. And it's like, do you know what you're putting in your body when you go through the fast food and just shove it down your gullet?
You were right. The priorities are a little skewed.
Right.
Yeah, for sure. Where were we before this?
We're going to talk goals.
Let's talk goals. Let's get off of this.
I have to grab my notebook with all my goals.
And, think about it. Like, what if somebody takes offense to what we just said? How are you going to handle that? What if
Are we supposed to agree about everything, you guys? That's how I feel about that.
Fair enough. So Kylie's gonna go get some things, and I just want to address the YouTubers out there who are watching this on YouTube. Thank you so much, and I love you with the bottom of my heart. And life is a real roller coaster, and thank God you're back, because I didn't know what I was getting into there. Nobody can hear you.
I can't hear myself, but you left the other day to go to the restroom, and I had to talk for way longer, and I really have to pee, but I'm not going to leave you.
You can go pee. I'll wing it. I'll get it in there. I'll get it in there real good.
Okay. I'm back.
Okay.
I had to get my notebook because I got lots of goals. Also, Kyle, we need to repeat what our goals were because we did them on the podcast for 2020.
I don't remember
And
any of them.
God damn it. We need to revisit them and say if we did them or not.
Do we?
Yes. How are we supposed to hold each other accountable?
Well, I don't know my last year's resolution, so I won't be able to.
Well, you did your homework and re-listened to the podcast or something.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know.
Well, I wrote mine down in this journal because I believe one of my goals was to journal more. And I did it. And I did it. And I did it so hard, I did it. And I did it in your butt. And you did it in my butt.
That's not true.
Okay, let me just find this. Okay. Index. 2020 goals. Page 20. Yeah, I have an index for my journal.
Are you narrating?
Yeah. Okay. Can I just say what my 2020 goals were?
Yeah, please, for the love of God.
Okay. It said bullet journal every day. Okay? Yeah. I didn't do that. Okay. Read 12 books. I read 16.
Oh, hey.
Yeah, hey.
That's good.
I know.
16 books.
Read/listened to.
Hey, do you know how listening to books is not the same as reading books? I'm sorry.
Sure it is.
No.
It's a book.
No,
you are
I'm
consuming
sorry.
it one way or the other.
I'm sorry, that's not the same thing. I'm sorry.
Okay, probably read 10 or so then.
Okay, that's still amazing because that's 10 more than I read or listened to or listened to.
Create more, which I did.
Yeah, you did.
I created a lot of
You
art.
did, especially when COVID first hit.
Yeah, that's I was making a lot of art and getting really into it, and I even designed my website and was ordering prints to sell and everything, and I didn't publish it.
Uh-huh.
I slowly stopped doing that, and then we sold the house, and my stuff went into storage, and now I've got my office all ready to like make some shit again, and I'm really excited, but I feel rusty. I feel like I've been out of the game for a little bit.
Yeah. I can relate to that.
So that's going to be on the new list. This one here says get healthy physically. I got healthy for a little bit, and then I got real unhealthy, because that's how that goes. That's how that always goes.
Okay.
Roller coaster. Sign up for a run. Nope.
Can we get through these a little quicker?
Oh, are you bored?
Yeah, I am bored.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
Okay.
Saved $20,000. Did it. Then I spent it on the house. Set one mini goal per month. And I had 2 suggestions here, and I did neither of them. So there we go. Done.
Okay. Nice.
Okay. Would you like to go with your 2021?
2021. Here we go. 2021 goals for 2021 in the New Year's.
New year.
First goal.
You're doing this off the top of your head. I noticed. You're just willy-nilly it? Winging it?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I am.
Go on.
First goal. Here we go. First goal is to... So I recently took off 30 pounds.
Woohoo.
It was mostly involuntary. It was because I
Right.
had to because of my stomach nonsense.
It mostly came out.
Man, if
both ends.
there's a fucking vaccine for IBS, take it tomorrow.
Yeah.
So I recently took off 30 pounds. I feel good. However, I just recently started eating sugar again, and then I recently stopped because we're going to Hawaii and I want to get Hawaii ready,
Yeah.
if you will. And so my first goal is to get down to where I can see some abs. And it's totally a vain, like, ego thing.
But it's also not, because it's your health. It's both.
Yeah, but abs isn't like, you don't need to have abs to be healthy.
I guess. But you can look at it as being really lean.
But I haven't seen my abs since I was 25. And I'm almost 40.
Hang on. You were showing a little bit of abs like 5-ish years ago when we went to Hawaii.
Oh, you're right. Okay. I want to go leaner than that.
Okay. Cool.
Okay,
cool.
so that's goal number 1. Are we gonna play a little tennis here?
Sure.
Or do you want me to? Okay.
My first one is to have fun just for the fun of it, seek adventure, and enjoy being fucking alive. Baby!
Just want to have fun for the fun of it and enjoy life and
all right, hear
be
me out.
happy to be alive.
Hear me out. I've gotten way too comfortable just being inside, watching TV, doing things to myself. What? Doing things with myself.
What?
Doing things by myself.
Oh, this is getting better.
Okay. And I just think that I miss doing things just for fun. Like, oh God, of course I don't have an example, but like, just go for, I don't know, hop on a mountain bike and go through the trails behind our house, or like go down and get on the ferry and do a thing, go on more motorcycle rides, dance around for 20 minutes and get a good workout, but like laugh at yourself and just have fun with it. How dare you laugh at this?
That last one's out of an 80s movie.
Do adventure shit. Like, go on adventures. We haven't even hiked in so long. I used to be a hiker. I can't even say I'm a hiker anymore.
No, but like, well, I guess people have.
I want to do things that, okay, when we went on vacation to Universal Orlando,
Yeah.
that is purely for the fun of it. You can't argue that. You're going to a theme park for 5 days. It's to have fun.
Right. Yes.
What else in your life do you do just because it's going to be fun?
A lot of things.
Right now, you're doing things just for fun?
Oh, yeah, all the time.
What? Like, name one.
Why do you get squinty eyes and go, what? Like that?
I just, name one.
Let me do this. I'll go all the way down the scale. You ready?
Yeah.
Flip through Instagram.
That is the opposite of what I'm talking about.
You asked me what I do on my day-to-day just for fun.
Remember you said you needed to laugh and you didn't know it.
And I gave you a day. Everybody can relate to that example. It was a great example.
That is not fun. The feeling of fun, you're not getting that by scrolling through social media. How fucking dare you use that as an example?
You feel it for about 30 seconds. Maybe up to 5 minutes, but then once the hour goes by, then you start hating your life. Maybe 10 minutes, maybe half an hour, you start hating your life.
Kyle,
Scrolling through Instagram.
Sandwich. On behalf of me and every listener out there, we completely disagree with you.
Okay, let me name another thing.
Okay.
Watch a movie. I do that for fun.
Okay. I mean like a thrilling type of fun.
Oh.
Like, that was so fun.
Okay, sure. Yeah.
Something that would make you proclaim how fun it was.
Where one might perhaps say,
Like, go snowboarding.
hot dog.
Why did we stop? Why did we stop going snowboarding?
That's your fault.
Why?
I was into it. I was always talking about it. Hey, guess what? Guess who has a 4x4 truck now?
You do.
Yeah.
So-
Let's go.
Okay. The other day, you bought
Maybe
your
next year.
truck, and like we had the whole week off, and I said, should we just take it and go do a little off-roading or go up to the pass? And you go, no.
No, I didn't.
Yeah,
I
you
said-
did.
No, I didn't. I said, yeah, we should do that.
No, I
soon.
said this week. Like in the next couple days, you're like, no.
There's we have a shit ton of work to do here.
But the work's always going to be there to do it. So we should just have fun.
Also, I just got the thing, and I'm a little nervous about putting some nicks and dents in it.
Okay. So you were willing
in the
to
first week.
You were willing to put some nicks and dents in it to do a dump run,
Let's
but
get
not
back-
to go snowboarding.
Let's get back to we're at an hour.
All right, your turn.
Okay, my turn.
Yeah.
My turn. Right. Right.
I'm not going to say my next one.
Right. So, okay, and I only have, this is the last one, is to develop my career and progress it further into more personally interesting projects.
Okay.
And that's it.
Oh.
Those two things. Keeping it simple.
That's it?
Yeah, that's it.
Well,
I'm not writing a novel here.
okay,
Yeah.
well, I got a few.
Okay, rip through them.
I'll go quickly.
Okay.
Attend, respond to over 10 search and rescue missions, which doesn't sound like much, but it's a milestone.
That's a lot. That's amazing.
Yeah, it is a lot for 1 year
Yeah, it's great.
because most of them happen within like a certain amount of
That's a-
time. They're in the middle of the night.
That's a good one. What's your next? Goal?
Don't rush me.
I'm not rushing.
Watch all major Oscar nominated movies.
Hell yeah. This is a resolution for you?
These are just like goals for the year.
Okay. I mean, for the New Year's, though?
New
Year's resolution.
year.
New Year's resolution. That's like a February thing where you're like, meh, I think I'm going to watch all the Oscar movies.
Yeah, but we say it every year. I'm saying that my goal is to really do it and commit to it.
But New Year's resolution, though?
Are you going to tear down everything I've put on here that I'm excited about?
The last one I did not, and the one before, it was
Okay.
just slight. I didn't tear it down.
Make a lot more art.
That's a good one, honey.
Cool. Form new habits by doing 30-day challenges.
Nice.
And
Love
I've already started the first one. So,
it. Love it.
boom.
That's a good one.
Roasted. And that's it. That's a lot.
That was only 4.
1, 2, 3, 4. That was 5.
5. That's not a lot. I don't think.
You had 2.
Yeah, well, I want to set myself up for success. And I can't handle 5.
Oh, okay.
If 2020,
Well, that's why I did small ones. Like,
Listen,
have fun.
you never know when a year like 2020 is going to happen.
It's still happening.
And just doing 5, wouldn't be able to do it.
Yeah. Luckily, I can do all these whether pandemic or no. Except for maybe the adventure part. There's some shit I want to do that we can't do.
Yeah.
Like go to Norway.
So I want to go over, to wrap this up,
Okay.
I want to go over my top 5 relationship moments with you of 2020.
Oh, I forgot to do it, honey.
Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me?
Well, you forgot to do your goals, and I forgot to do that.
I just did my resolutions.
Okay. I can probably come up with them on the top of my head.
Are you kidding me right now? This is a relationship podcast. This is the big to do for the New Year's episode.
I fucked up.
All right, that's cool. As long as you
Commit,
acknowledge
fucker.
it.
Don't be a lazy cunt like I was.
Okay, let me go with number 5
Oh.
on our on my top 5 favorite relationship moments of 2020 with you,
Okay.
Pickle. Number 5 is when we josh each other at night, and you get a little too serious, especially when it comes to your pillows. You take your pillow situation way too
Nothing
seriously.
makes me more mad.
So, yeah, but this had nothing to do with your pillows. I just like to drop that in there. You're watching a movie and you cry sometimes during movies, and you get really hot
Yeah.
when you cry. Not like I'm not sexually attracted to you hot. It's more you
I
literally
start
your
to sweat everywhere.
body heats up.
Yeah.
And so don't look at my list,
I can't read it.
but don't look at it anyways.
Okay.
You got so hot that you started taking off your pants, and then I started calling you Hot Pants, and you said, "Don't call me Hot Pants." But you said it really seriously. You were dead serious. Don't call me Hot Pants. And then, of course, I started calling you hot pants way more, and I laughed immediately, and it was amazing. And that was my fifth favorite moment of 2020 in our relationship.
Don't call me hot pants.
Yeah. All right. Number 4. Are you thinking of your moments?
That I agree with that one.
No, no, you can't do that.
I'm supposed to think through an entire year right now?
You had all day to do this.
Can we pause it?
Pause what?
The podcast.
No.
Well, then.
It's going, baby.
Okay.
All right, number 4, my fourth favorite moment of our relationship in 2020. And I put a lot of thought into these. It took me all day to do these.
Okay.
All right. Number 4, going through all the house stuff.
Oh.
And I know what you're going to say. You're going to say that was an awful time in our life. But if you remember my last me likey 2 episodes ago, it was reaffirmed that I can walk through hell with you.
Mm-hmm.
And that was my takeaway. And also I learned to have I learned a little bit more about faith. And I'm not talking about religious faith. I'm talking about day-to-day practical faith, because you can not believe in God, and faith is still a practical, pragmatic, logical element in life.
Mm-hmm.
It's like electricity, practical, because you got to have faith. Like the next step you take, it's going to land on the sidewalk. You're not going to fall through the crack and die, or a car's not going to hit you. You have to have faith in that. Mostly you're not thinking about that moment. Anyways, I learned a little bit more about faith, and you held that faith, and I was mostly low, and you met me there a couple times, but I was the one in the low end of things. And that is my fourth, all those moments, especially that night where we had an awful argument.
Oh my God. I don't think anyone heard that burp.
Oh yeah, they heard it.
Oh.
They heard it. I'm a little embarrassed right now, to be honest.
You should.
Do I care? No. That's why they call me Sandwich.
Just finish my water.
Yeah. Anyways, that's my fourth. Going through all the house stuff.
Okay.
And then that night that we had the awful argument, and we made it through that. And
that is on your list?
Yep.
That was probably my worst night of this year.
Yeah.
Last year.
But we made it through it.
Yes.
And we're better off because we went through that hard moment, and that's my takeaway.
That's
Anyways,
true.
Third favorite moment in our relationship of 2020 is your unbelievable general support and care towards me.
Oh, wow.
You took care of me so much through my ulcers and IBS and doctor visits and all that stuff. And, whenever I have generalized anxiety and depression, and you care for me through that in my life, and I really appreciate that. And then you lift me up through career and setting goals and doing all this. And we make fun of each other a lot, and I think that's a big, amazing part of our relationship as well. But in all seriousness, when it comes down to the thing, we turn into each other, you turn into me, and you acknowledge that I'm capable of things that I don't think I'm capable of doing. And so I love that about you. And you did that. That was like you peppered that throughout the whole year. So it's just kind of a general one small, super small example.
It's not a moment.
Yeah. The small super example would be the truck thing. Like, you deserve a nice car. Like, you did it. You earned it. You paid for it.
Right.
You've had a piece of shit forever. Get get something that runs well, at least.
Yeah, you really appreciate support.
Yes.
And it takes like effort for me to do that for some reason. I need it, but I have a hard time giving it.
You know what I appreciate the most is blind, total tunnel vision confidence in me from somebody, because I don't have that enough. And I'm always second guessing and questioning myself, and I joke that I'm cocky, but I'm really not.
You do seem like you have that belief in yourself. So I don't know that I always know that you need that reassurance from me.
I need it
so
all
it's
the
good
time.
to hear you say that, and for me to know to keep that in my back pocket.
Yeah, we need to affirm each other and lift each other up
I know,
in our
right?
relationship.
Everyone needs that.
Yes, 100%.
Yeah.
I don't have anything together. I'm literally figuring this out life thing every day. I'm like, oh, how do I fucking do this thing? How do I live my life? And
goes for everyone.
Goes for everyone. All right, second most favorite relationship moment of 2020 with pickle and sandwich.
Okay.
Number 2, spending time with your family when we went over to Texas.
Oh, yeah.
And hung
That's
out.
on my list.
Hung out.
I already thought about that while you were talking earlier.
Okay, well, it's number 2 on my list, and we went and saw your sister and your her family, and it was incredibly amazing.
Yeah.
It was so good to be there with your nieces and your sister and her husband, and it was just incredible. And to see you be Auntie Kiley and Auntie Kai, they call you. And it was just warm and fuzzy, and it felt amazing, and filled me up. And it was really nice to see you there in that, too.
Oh, with the fam?
Yes. Hanging out with
That's
your sister, doing the thing, going grocery shopping with the nieces and
yeah.
all that stuff.
I
Going to
agree.
see the movie. We went and saw the
Onward.
movie. Okay, number 1.
Okay, I know what it is.
Number 1 moment of New Year's 2020. What? New Year's 2020. In our relationship, number 1 is New Year's.
New Year's Eve at midnight.
Yes, New Year's Eve at midnight. And that was it. We went over that story, and I don't need to say anything more. It was incredible, to say the least.
Awesome. Such a wonderfully thought out list.
Yeah.
I
What
really
do you got?
appreciate that.
What do you got?
Okay. I'm going to wing it. I know that I could have pulled some really thoughtful things out if I revisited my journal and had time to do homework.
You don't have time.
No one can hear you.
You don't have time.
Okay. Let's wing this.
Pickle, you are out of time.
Number 5. Let's see. Okay, these may or may not be in order. But number 5. Fuck, Kyle, this is really hard to do on the top of my head.
Yeah, that's why I took my time and I wrote it down. And because we said we were going to do this on the podcast.
I want to redo it.
We talked about it.
Can we redo this episode?
We cannot.
Okay. Number 5.
Yes.
For me, for our top relationship moments of 2020.
Yeah.
Would be when, this is really small, but you asked me to make you a logo for when you were starting your streaming gig.
Oh yeah.
Your video game, your Twitch streaming.
Yeah.
You asked me to make you a badge, not a logo, a badge for the founders.
For the subscribers, yeah.
And I was nervous. I was just starting to make all this art and get into collage and multimedia stuff. And you asked me to do that. And it was really exciting because it's a different way to think when someone asks you to make something and you just fully trust me. You're like, just make something, whatever you think. And I did it and you liked it. You didn't even give me any notes or anything. You just fully went with it and you shared it and you put it out there.
Yeah.
I felt supported.
Yeah. I think I might stream again. Because little moments like that happened and they were really cool.
Right.
Streaming. It's just it would take like a good 10 minutes to really explain it, but I think I might revisit it some other time, but I think I appropriately walked away from that because I needed the time and the brain space for other things. But anyways, that was really incredible. Thank you for bringing that up on your list.
And number 4 is something I talked about on my Me Likey on the last episode, which was when I went to butter my toast. And
Oh,
it's
yes.
such a tiny thing. I went to butter my toast after you'd made me breakfast, and you asked me, was that not enough butter? And I said, yeah, I just like a little more butter. And you said, you could have said anything, but you're like, you know what, honey, I'll keep that in mind for next time. And you were super sincere about it. And I had this like big epiphany, and I teared up where I realized that's just a tiny example of how you are attentive to my needs in general as a person,
What if
as a partner.
this whole time you didn't know it?
You were being sarcastic.
And I was like, and really? You heard, oh, yeah, I'll remember that for next time. No problem. But what I was doing was like, oh, yeah, I'll remember that for next time.
I would know. I know your tones.
That didn't happen.
Yeah.
But that would be funny.
And that is what I would usually expect, is like a little joke, but you are sincere. So that's
We're
4.
out of water, by the way.
Yeah, I am out of water because you drank it.
Okay.
Number 3.
Yeah.
Also was.
You're doing good, by the way.
Thank you. Number 3 was when we were visiting my sister in Texas, my youngest niece like completely got attached to you, where before she was really, really shy. And I was nervous going down there because we hadn't been down there, and they lived there for like 2 years. Yeah. And she attached to you and was so happy to see you. And she every time you walk in a room, she'd go, hello, mister. And
she called me mister.
And you were so good with her, and you just hung
adorable.
out with her, and you were such a good uncle, and we're just present. And I was like so in love with you that you just were there with my family and treating my niece like your own, and being a sweet uncle.
It's a wonderful family.
Yeah.
Loved every second of that trip.
Number 4 was when we were talking about possibly...
Wait, number 2?
Number 2, sorry.
Number 2?
Number 2, we were talking about maybe moving, keeping our house, but buying a new one, selling our house.
Oh, wow, yeah.
You were on the phone, off the phone, asking opinions, trying to decide. And ultimately, like at the end of that day, I think it was hours of really talking it through.
It was weeks.
Well, right. It was weeks, but it was the day that we decided to sell the house.
Right.
And like at a point during that day, you looked at me and said, okay, I think I want to sell the house, and it feels like it's time and it's the right thing to do for our relationship. And I want a fresh start with you where we own a house together instead of just me. And you were like, you were really comfortable in that house, and you knew I was ready to move on and have more space, and you were completely sacrificing. And I recognized it in that moment. And in that moment, I got a little nervous because I was like, this could really set up for resentment later, because I recognize that you're totally doing it for me. And but that's a huge deal. All anyone ever wants in a relationship is for just like blind trust in the next step, you know?
Hey, you're really doing good on this list.
Thanks. I mean, I kind of had them in my head before, but
yeah.
Thank you. And number one moment of 2020 are our Eve nights. New Year's Eve was the best moment, but Christmas Eve, dude, we were hanging out in bed watching Elf. We saved Elf for Christmas Eve with the Christmas lights on. We were hanging out. We made sweet, sweet love. And we knew it was Christmas morning the next morning, and we were so grateful because we didn't think we'd like be in a house by then. That I was in bed just like, this is the life right here. Hanging out with my best bud.
I wonder if throwing a kid in the mix would have made that any sweeter.
What?
But we'll never know. And on that bombshell, we're going to end the podcast.
You've mentioned having kids a couple times this week. What's happening?
This week?
Yeah.
This week?
Yeah.
This week?
Yeah. Because we saw the neighbor, like, on Christmas Day. They came out on their little Jeep, and the dad was like, they clearly got this little Jeep for the kids on Christmas.
It was the classic, electric Jeep that they ride in.
Yeah, and we were talking about that moment this week, and you were like, Now, those are the moments which will be pretty sweet having a kid around. I was like, what?
And on that bombshell, we'll end the podcast. Thanks,
Happy New
everybody.
Year.
Happy New Year. Bye, everybody.